Hello?
Hi, is this Karlton?
Hey, yeah, it is.
Hey, how are you? It's Gavin.
Hey, Gavin, how you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm doing good. All right, I'm setting things up here. Go ahead and get this interview on the way. That way you can get on with your schedule. Thank you for calling in today, man.
Oh, no, my pleasure. Thank you for the opportunity to do this.
No problem. All right. Like I said, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do an intro, introduce you, gonna ask you the questions, and then I'm asking you to stay on so that way when I finish, I can check it to make sure we have your audio, and then that'll be it.
Okay, cool.
All right, cool. All right, in 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody. Another edition of Karlton Says Real Talk, where today we are talking with one of the stars of the hit soap opera Tyler Perry production, The Haves and the Have-Nots. I'm here today with Gavin Houston. How you doing today, man?
Good, man. Good. How's everything?
Everything is going good. Now, for those of you who may not know, or you do know, Gavin plays Jeffrey. And he has a very, complicated role. A lot of different storylines going on with the Have and the Have-Nots. Is there anything that you can share with us that what can we expect from your character in season 2?
What can I say? Well, in terms of the first, I'll say, in terms of the show, I mean, it's got a whole different look. Storylines are amazing. The performances are amazing. Everybody came in and brought their A game. And the look of the show, I think, is going to blow people away.
All right, guys, that is it for me today. That's another segment of Karlton Says Real Talk. Thank you guys for joining me today, and you guys have a blessed one. Again, thanks to Gavin Houston, and we will see you guys next time. Peace. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Karlton Says Real Talk. Now, I'm really excited about this interview because this is one of my new favorite shows of all time. That's where I'm talking about VH1's Hit the Floor. And today I am talking to the man, the legend himself, Mr. Robert Christopher Riley, who plays Terrence on the show. What's going on, Robert? How you doing?
Hey, what's happening, y'all? I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Again, thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to talk with me today. I really appreciate it.
Hey, my pleasure, brother. My pleasure.
So I've been doing a lot of interviews lately for Karlton Says Real Talk. And it's definitely been a privilege to have the opportunity to talk to these actors and actresses and reality stars.
Mr. Perry says you better not say you died. I don't want to say you died. And we be looking at him like, yeah, because we can't be tired when you're walking around. He's doing everything where he's at. But it's been an amazing experience, and he is such a generous human being, and he is just, he has been a godsend to me and my son, in terms of making sure that mommy stays working, and that, he gives me the opportunities and the doors that I need open. He's been amazing, and I mean, I found this to be such an incredible blessing. I love working for him. He's an incredible human being. I don't care what nobody says. That's my Miss Jenkins. You better not talk about him around me.
Not only am I interviewing people, but I'm also being interviewed by others on several different platforms.
So, I've heard of you through one of your actors by the name of Tyrese Flowers.
Okay.
He's been in a couple of my films as well. So, when he told me that he was doing a Lions Den, I was like, oh, I never heard of it. And he's like, it's a web series. check it out. Definitely check it out. So I went on YouTube and I subscribed to the Lions Den channel and I started watching, and let me say, I have been hooked ever since. Oh my gosh. So tell me, how long have you been writing and where did you get the concept of Lions Den from?
Well, I've been writing ever since I was little. I've always loved to write. I know I know that my aunt she's a writer as well. And I remember sitting with her as she was writing her thing, and I was kind of writing my little scribble whatever. But my family has nurtured me as a writer and just kind of encouraged me to move in that direction, because I've always been like a creative person, and I always wanted to create stories and tell stories. So that's just kind of just been my thing ever since I was little. But as far as the Lions Den is concerned, I wanted to do a show because my first web series was called College Days, and that was about a group of college students just trying to navigate through life as they get through their college years or whatever. And when that ended, I knew I wanted to do another show, but I didn't want it to be like College Days. I wanted to actually be a little bit more grittier, a lot more adult, and kind of just hit those hard-hitting adult issues that we sometimes are afraid to talk about or just afraid to explore. So, one day I was, I was in church. I'm gonna be honest, it's an honest moment. I know I should have been paying attention to my father. He's a pastor, and I should have been paying attention to what he was saying. But I was like kind of going through the Bible, just kind of, just doing my own thing or whatever. And I came across the book of Daniel, and the story of Daniel and the Lions Den in the Bible. And so I was like, wow, that would be actually a cool concept, drawing off the Lions Den. And I was like, okay, I can kind of spin that, take the Lions, change it from Lions to Lyons, and make it focus on the family, make it the Lions family. And so and I knew I wanted to do some type of murder mystery, because as you know, in the first episode of the show, the father is killed. So I knew I wanted to kind of do like kind of a murder mystery, kind of do one of those things. I love like murderous mysteries and solving cases and all that stuff. I like that stuff too. So I kind of wanted to intertwine that within the drama soap opera genre that I love to write. So that's how the Lions Den was born from there.
That's good. So, the show in real time, is going to go into production for season 5. So, what do you think it is about the show that keeps fans and viewers coming back each week, and so that you're able to even have season 4 and season 5?
Well, I think what the show brings, again, I think it brings a lot of real issues to the table. And I also think that audience members can watch the show and kind of identify with some of the characters. They're like, I've been in that situation, or I'm dealing with that situation now. And I just think there's a realness that translates across the screen. Also, too, I just think that the actors of the show, shout out to all the actors of the Lions Den, but the actors of the show are great. And I think that they give really good performances where people think that these people are actually, the characters that they're portraying is actually them. And I think that people watch the show and they can just really relate to everything that's happening. And I just think that it's because of the actors that they give off such a great performance. I think that's what keeps people coming back for more. I think every person I talk to about the show, they have their favorite characters, they have their least favorite characters. They just out there, people are so into the show and into what's going on. And like I said, that humbles me, because I feel that makes me feel like, okay, people are paying attention to what's going on, and people are actually watching the show, and it excites me when I hear people talk about the show. And like I said, again, I owe it all to the actors. I think the actors doing an amazing job, and I think their performance is what brings people back to the show every week.
So with everything that's going on, I definitely need a little help trying to keep things together. So I talked to one of my coworkers, Brittany Jinks. I talked to her about my problem of needing some help. And she told me that her husband, Tay, is actually forming a management group. So I'm going over to the Jenkins house to talk to Tay and his partner, Randy, to possibly think about joining up with TnR Management.
Perfection, man. Like I said, that's not born into nobody. It's basically, as your experience go along, you will become a professional. Just like us. We weren't born professional managers. We had to work. And that's when we was like, hey, you know, we can manage this, we can manage that, we could probably manage anything. And with that, that's when we decided, like, hey, let's just start kind of helping people get to that next level, what they want to do. Let's try it. Let's see how it goes. And we figure like that was our goal in this. You know, our whole vision is basically never to tell people never to stop hustling. Whatever your hustle is, never stop hustling and never let anybody stop your hustle, and that includes yourself. You know what I'm saying? So that's our whole vision. That's our whole mission, as far as me and him, and that's what we want to help you and anybody else that needs help with to do. So we definitely can help you out with whatever you need to do. We're gonna start out with the eBuzz and getting you more out. So just let us know about your next project.
Okay.
And we'll move on from there.
So what exactly do y'all need from me? Like,
okay. Now the way we charge is basically it's like three different ways we charge. And it's based off of how big you get as far as latching on to another network. What we do is it's two different types of contracts you could actually sign on with us. Basically, you could do a 2-year contract with us, and it's like it's $50 a month. $50 a month, 2-year contract. And if you happen to get onto another network, we charge a higher percentage because it was a lower monthly payment, and that percentage might be like something where about 20%, or you could do $100 a month, 2-year contract, and then it's like 10%, or you could do $200 a month contract, 2-year contract, and then it'd be like 10%. So that's how we basically do it. We let you choose, and once you choose whatever you want to do, then that's when we start getting to work. We write up the contract, we have you sign it, we both sign it, and then we go from there.
Okay. Yeah. Whenever we get the contract together, then I can read it and let somebody else read it. Then
most definitely,
move forward. I'm excited because I met with people before. This is my issue. Met with people before, and we have these meetings, but nothing gets done. Yeah. And I don't want to be caught up in that again. It's just like I'm ready to move forward. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And everybody keeps telling me you need help, but nobody's helping me. Yeah. So I'm like, if you keep telling me I need help, then help me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just ready to move forward. And like I said, I'm cool with meeting because I'm not a meeting guy. I guess because work we meet so much and I hate it. But if we're meeting for a purpose, if something's getting accomplished where we come together every time that we get something done, I'm cool with that. That's great. So I just don't want to get into I just don't want to get into a situation where we just meeting and we just looking at each other and then we still talking about the same. Talking about the same stuff. You know what I'm saying?
And that's something about me. I'm gonna get straight to the point about I hate doing that too. I hate a meeting about what we going to do more than once.
Getting accomplished.
You should only have one meeting about what we're gonna do for an objective. Unless you got a brand new objective, we don't need another meeting about what we're gonna do. We're basically letting you know what we're about to do, and then we're gonna do it. And then we're gonna basically keep calling you, letting you know, hey, this is what's progressing, this is where we're at now, and this is what we're about to start doing next. You know? And if you feel like you need to meet with us again, then you could call a meeting. Like you're our client. We work for you. So it's whatever you need from us, basically. And that's how we go.
And if you ever feel like you get to the point where it's like, hey, it's been 3 months, I don't see enough views, you know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid to let us know, because the only thing that's saying is, all right, well, we need to go a little bit harder.
Tighten up,
you know what I'm saying?
Basically.
So, because I don't want you to feel to the point where, kind of like what you said, where it's like, hey, I'm working with these people, but it seems like I'm the only one working. You know what I'm saying? And they're just sitting back collecting my money for no reason. You know
exactly.
I definitely don't want you to feel like that.
So if you ever, hey man, just shoot me a text, shoot him a text. Hey man, like what the hell is going on? Like I said, you're Diddy, we Farnsworth. Dead ass. That's basically what it is. You Diddy, we Farnsworth. We just trying to basically make you more successful. That's our job. So basically, you just let us know, man. Whenever you're ready to start with the next production, let us know what you need us to do, and we'll go ahead and start doing it. I work on my thing with my connections, He'll work with his connection, and we'll bring it all together.
Okay.
All right?
Sound good.
No problem.
Let me get your contact.
Okay.
So now that I finished talking with Tay and Randy, I definitely have a lot to think about, but I definitely have a good feeling about these two. So I'm going to go home, think, pray, talk it over with my family, and just come to some type of decision on if I want to work with TnR Management or not.